What's happening? I thought we needed to do a video today to acknowledge the brilliance of the Sidemen. What they have managed to do today is truly inspirational. They have gone from playing computer games, playing FIFA, pretending to be footballers on the internet to actually being footballers. What they achieved today is so inspirational. It is so upwardly mobile, and I am full of admiration for that sort of hustle. What they have done to go from a group of mates playing computer games in their bedroom to selling out a former Premier League stadium to having well over 2 million concurrent viewers watching them play football to raise all that money for charity. It is absolutely unreal. And listen to the interest in this game. Listen to how much interest this football match could generate. I'm not even joking. This sounds like hyperbole. This sounds like I'm saying it for effect or a joke or whatever, and I'm truly not. They could genuinely have commissioned an episode of Match of the Day tonight with the highlights of this game on it, and I think that it would have done about the same amount of numbers that it does week in, week out. That is how many people would have been interested in watching this game cut up properly. It would have been amazing, wouldn't it? Honestly think the BBC have missed the trick here. Can you imagine how brilliant that would have been? You'd have had Gary Lineker and the boys dissecting the game. Alan Shearer talking about Theo Baker's vision and approach and his precision and spotting the keeper and bending it in or whatever. We would have had all the jeopardy for that early tackle on KSI. Well, should there have been a red card? Whatever. Would Chunks' goal have stood? Imagine that. The jeopardy around VAR. We would have had endless replays of that. Who was it? Was it Speed with the tackle for the Chunks goal? Oh, it would have been amazing. And think about what they did. 27,000 people at the Valley, all totally sold out. Look, I've been to the Valley. This is why I think it resonates with me so much, because I know Charlton as a Premier League club. Like, I've been to Charlton many times as an away fan. I've seen Carlton Cole. I've been in the away end as Carlton Cole scored in the last minute for Chelsea. We went from 2-0 down to 3-2 up on the first day of the season. Enrique De Lucas making his Chelsea debut. Gianfranco Zola scored in that game. I've seen Chelsea lose there. I think it was Boxing Day, 4-2. It's a Premier League stadium in my eyes. You know, it's a proper London football club. And the Sidemen, people who I play football with, people who I know, played there, sold it out, and generated more viewers than would watch the average Super Sunday game. This industry is insane. The personalities involved here is insane. The vision, it's unbelievable. Like, the business acumen of these boys, it's truly, truly sensational. And the best thing of the lot, they've all raised so much money. Like, they've split a fortune between 4 charities, including the Teenage Cancer Trust and Calm, the campaign against living miserably, as well as Miniminter's charity. I mean, it's exceptional what they did. And do you know what? I think to anyone who's sort of not aware of the purchase of these boys in society, I reckon this fact, minor fact, but this fact will demonstrate the scale of what they achieved today. Chase and Status were their supporting act. Like, Chase and Status opened for them. Chase and Status were on their bill. It's honestly mind-blowing. And when you think about the numbers, it's 2.5 million live viewers, over £1 million raised for charity, and a brilliant football match as well. A truly end-to-end, pulsating game of football. 15 goals. And it got off to a flyer. I think Spencer on commentary summed it up nicely, just saying, take a bow, Chunks. Chunks pinged one in from what would be known in Charlton as the Jonathan Johansson zone. Just rifled it home. A truly brilliant goal. And there are a lot of good players in YouTube. Like, there was a lot of talk going on beforehand. Noah Beck, Chris MD, who is going to be the baller on the day. And I think Chris MD probably edged it, but Noah Beck, clearly a player, very composed in the midfield. But yeah, I mean, it was amazing. I thought Harry Pinheiro at the back. I've played with Harry. When we played at Wembley, I played with him. And he is class. But then the boys from Shoreditch FC, Harry and Ethan at the back for the Sidemen, looking assured, looking brilliant. In fact, I think loads of people covered themselves in glory. Oh, I probably shouldn't do this, but Are we allowed to do this? Do we have a conversation? Do I bring it up even? Is it not in the spirit of it? But the keepers, man. The keepers. I mean, look, there were some wonderful goals scored, and then there were some goals scored. I thought that both keepers had howlers. I'm going to put it out there. Both keepers had howlers. You know, I'm a big fan of both of them. Pieface, geezer, absolute geezer. Love him. Don't know Cal the Dragon personally, but I look forward to one day hopefully meeting him. But neither had their finest moment, did they? But yeah, I mean, it didn't take anything away from the day. Do you know who else I think deserves a special mention here? I thought that Castro at left back, like marauding, Andy Robertson-esque. I thought he was fantastic. I thought he really fitness. Because you know what happens? You know when you play football, if you're anything like me, right? You play football and you've got a manager who's sort of like way ahead of himself, starts thinking that he's Guardiola or Klopp and wants overlapping fullbacks or whatever. And he goes, right, Rory, you're right back. I need you to overlap. You go, all right, I'll give it a go. You do it once. Then you give the ball away or they retrieve possession. They break. You're out of position. You've got to sprint back. And that's basically it. You're done. Like, I can't do that again. And if I do it again, we've got to score a goal because I cannot. That Castro, just bombing and bombing. It was unbelievable. So much energy. Like, truly brilliant from him. Annoyingly, I had money on Theo Baker being man of the match. Because Theo Baker was my man of the match. But in terms of man of the match, there's only one winner here, isn't there? It has to be Miniminter. Isn't that his third hat-trick in his third game for the Sidemen or something like that? An exceptional stat. And, I mean, he's just a glorious footballer. I heard KSI on Sky Sports News earlier in the day talking about his right foot. He was like, just if he shoots, he scores, but whatever. And, I mean, that's true. But he's actually got more in his game, Miniminter. I've played with him. He's turned up at Shoreditch a few times. And he really is a clever footballer. In fact, there was one moment early in the game when he played that 1-2 with Toby. Played a 1-2. I think it was laid into Simon. Just played it in. Toby scores. Beautiful. I think everyone expected the shot. And in fact, those two were linking up really well. There was a lot of... I'll tell you what, if you were making notes on the game, you would have copy and pasted Miniminter to Tobe Jizzle because that seems to go on a lot. Very, very productive relationship there. And I'll tell you another one. The Ricardo Quaresma, Tobe Jizzle cross. I think it was Manny with a diving header at the far post. But Tobe literally turned into Ricardo Quaresma. That was ridiculous. I mean, people sometimes go, why are you crossing with the outside of your boot like that? You could do it with your inside and it would be the same thing. The reason why you give so much praise to somebody crossing with the outside of their boot like that is because it is so hard to do. It's basically the impossible task. That cross was exceptional. Truly exceptional. I thoroughly enjoyed Theo Baker's goal, only because I love him so much. But yeah, nicking the ball, skipping past Mr. Beast. What a moment that is. That's one for the show reel, isn't it? Just for the commentary. You need Spencer saying, Theo Baker skips past Mr. Beast. Done. Absolutely done. It's unbelievable. But yeah, it was exceptional. And I think the jewel in the crown, Miniminter turning into David Beckham. Turning up when it most matters to chip the keeper practically from the halfway line. What a day, what an event, what a moment for YouTube. And what a statement to anyone who doesn't quite understand YouTube or YouTubers or is snide about being a YouTuber. Today is going to shock a lot of people. Go back to my earlier statement. Match of the day should have been commissioned to analyse that game. And it would have done numbers. The business strategy, the upwardly mobile boys, it's amazing. What a day for YouTube. If you want to check the highlights, man, you've got to do it. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. My mind is well and truly blown.